Here behind me is a Peugeot 106, a vehicle that you don't often see on the roads. However, this one is a little bit different.
What do you mean?
This Peugeot 106 is in fact an original electric 106. This vehicle started with a DC electric motor and NiCad batteries. However, someone on the channel who you may have seen before has not only updated the batteries on this vehicle, he didn't stop there. Oh no, he also changed it from a DC motor to an AC motor. So this video is to talk about something that's never been done. So I've got Russ here with me today. Now, Russ, you may have seen in a previous episode, in fact, on the rather interesting electric Lotus Savora and Elise. So go and check out the video, which is just up there, where we took those vehicles for a drive, and it was a very exciting drive, I must admit. You might have seen this particular vehicle on the ramp in that previous episode, and it wasn't finished. But Russ has now finished the car and is actually for sale, which we'll talk about at the end of the video. What we're going to do today is focus on the detail of what this was like originally and how it's been upgraded to be essentially a more capable electric car. We're on a dual carriageway now in a 1999 electric 106 and we're off the clock. We're off the clock here. Russ, great to see you again, mate. Can you take us through a little bit of the detail, what you've done to this 106 and how it started life?
It's obviously a Peugeot car, and then it was given to the Coventry Police for a year.
Oh wow. Do you think it had blue lights on top of it originally?
I've looked for that, and to be honest, if you look very carefully, I think I might have polished it out now. There used to be a little circle on there. I have a photograph of the police standing in front of it as the keys were handed over from Peugeot. But goodness knows what the police did with a car that was 11 seconds, I believe, 0 to 30. With a maximum speed of 55.
Yeah, maximum speed 50. I don't think you're going to be taking down criminals in this vehicle. I mean, maybe they might have used it for a milk run. You know, excuse the milk float analogy there. Take us through the original spec. I mean, from what I know, they sold about and registered about 100 in the UK, and yeah, I think there was about 1,000 made in total. The stats, I mean, for back then, I mean, we think this is an original V-Reg, so sort of a 99. But the stats, I mean, this was a very early electric vehicle, and obviously you've upgraded it in battery and also the motor in a few other ways. Yeah, what else do you know about this car?
The police had it for the person who sold it to me told me the police had it for a year, so end of year 2000, I believe, it was handed over to Coventry University. The kids there basically took out all the electronics, which I hadn't realised when I bought it at the time, but around 2001 a lecturer took it home and it has been in a barn ever since. 14,000 miles.
14,000?
Yeah, and it's absolutely clean. You underneath, you'd think it was a completely new car.
In fact, I think I've got some footage from when it was on the ramp, so I'll try and dig that out and put that on the video now. But yeah, no, a really clean example, because like we said right at the beginning of the video, there's not actually many 106 left on the road, and apparently according to ChatGPT saying that there's only about 20 of these left, these electric 106s. But this one is very special, and like I said, the upgrade that's been done on this and any electric car, I mean, whack it in the comments if you've heard of an electric car that's had not only the batteries upgraded but also the motor. Really interested to know, but I don't think it's ever been done. So where did you find it, Russ? Where did you purchase it from?
I followed a link to eBay and eventually purchased it, thinking that I would just need to replace the battery and I could drive it round for a bit of fun before I decided what to do with it.
Yeah.
And then when it arrived, because I paid, I didn't actually see it, I had it transported to me.
Yeah.
I realised under the bonnet there was nothing left. It was just, I got a DC drive motor, but I have nothing else under there. After casting around a bit, I realised that the Leaf drive unit was a really nice unit to hopefully put in. So I purchased one, and it, after stripping out a lot of stuff, it fitted.
Okay, well let's have a look under the bonnet. Wow, look at that. I mean,
It just fits.
yeah,
Just.
that looks great. That looks really good. So it was a hope and a prayer, was it?
The hope and prayer, yeah. The height was just right. It's exactly level with the underneath, so nothing sticks down.
I mean, there's plenty of clearance under there,
It
that's
fits
for sure.
very well.
It looks great. It's kind of like an engine swap. You know, what did people used to put in 106s? I mean, 106 GTIs were a very capable car. I don't think people used to do engine swap them. Whack it in the comments if people know. And this is, I think, the future of potentially other electric cars, whether it's on, you know, Teslas or other electric cars where there is the ability to upgrade the motor and batteries to make it more usable. So how many shoehorns were needed?
I sort of held it by the engine lift, and then I modified, I made engine brackets to match the requirements of the car and the drive unit. The Nissan units are very nice because you've got the charger, you've got the DC power supply, you've got the inverter, then you've got the motor right at the bottom.
And for those that
Perfect little unit.
And for those that might be new to the channel, new to sort of EV conversions, what do all those things do? So DC to DC.
Yeah, the DC to DC is the alternator that we had in the old days. The DC to DC takes the battery voltage, which can be anything up to 300, 400 volts, converts it to charge the 12 volt system. It's about 13 point something volts. That runs the 12 volt system. You've got the charger, which is also under this cover.
Yeah. So that's the
charges the
AC
battery.
charger?
Oh, it's AC
Yeah.
charger, yeah.
And what-
32 amp.
32 amp, which is 7 kilowatts.
7 kilowatt.
Yep.
And then of course you've got the inverter, which converts DC to AC.
Which is that there, isn't it?
It's
just under
all
there.
in slices actually.
Yeah.
This is the charger and DC, the inverter's below, and then
And then you've got the motor right at the
motor's
bottom. Yeah, that's why they often call the Nissan Leaf motor, it's like a stack. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, like I said, it looks great under there, it really does. And I like the idea of having Peugeot handling and a nice, reliable Japanese electric motor in there, tried and tested. And these motors, I mean, I have got a video out there. These can actually be upgraded in power as well if you've got enough voltage.
This is 80 kilowatts. Considering the car had a 11 kilowatt, it's quite a boost.
That's right, yeah. So 11 kilowatts in power to 80. So what's 80 kilowatts in brake horsepower?
It's 0.75 of a horsepower, so you're looking at about 120.
120. So in fact, I'm pretty sure that the 106 GTI had 120 brake horsepower. So if you just imagine a 106 GTI with you'd have to rev that 16 valve engine, instant torque, which Russ was telling me about this instant torque.
You have to be a little bit careful. I use an open inverter ECU between the car that talks to the Leaf drive unit, basically, and I've got the throttle response as soft as I can, and unfortunately it still spins the wheels if you press a bit hard when you're pulling away.
Obviously you've changed the motor. You've obviously got the inverter, as you mentioned, the charger. What else have you done to the vehicle?
Because it used to have a hot water heater, it actually used to have a Webasto petrol fueled water heater.
So it was
I didn't get either. The university took that out.
So it was an electric car with a petrol heater. I mean, that's
With a half-gallon fuel tank at the back.
hilarious.
And so I've added, I think it's an Audi electric heater down there, that shiny thing down the bottom.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
And the open inverter ECU controls that as well.
Yeah, so the open inverter, it's essentially a bit of a hack into the Nissan Leaf electronics to help be able to fit it into different cars, and open inverter also help you modify and improve the performance and things like that. It's very, very popular in the EV world. I'll put the website address at the bottom of the screen. So open inverter forum to understand if you want to get into whether it's EV conversion or upgrading electric vehicles with that software.
These cars are quite well spec'd. As you can see, you've got gas struts on the bonnet.
Oh, look at that.
That's not my fitting.
Yeah.
It has a power steering
Yeah.
Electric power steering, which is very unusual for this age car.
Yeah.
Because it used to have NiCad batteries along here. It had NiCad batteries along here, and it had a lot under the boot as well.
Because a lot of the early electric vehicles would have had lead acid batteries, which are quite heavy, but this is quite a new thing, having the NiCad batteries, the things you get in like camcorders, that sort of thing, which have now been superseded by lithium. So there was batteries in the front, and was there batteries in the back as well?
Oh yeah, under the boot at the back, and that's where I put my battery pack, because lithium has got such a higher capacity. Just see it there.
Ah, yeah. So what was the weight of this car originally?
I think it's about 1.4 tons, and it only weighs 1.16 tons now.
Wow. Okay. So you're taking, not only have you increased the performance by a hell of a lot, also made it lighter. This is, yeah. There's so many positives to this. What batteries did you use?
22 volt. VDE 355, I believe the modules are called, standard modules.
So we've got battery disconnect there, isolator, and the power steering pump reservoir there. So the original battery pack was 12 kilowatt hours of the NiCad batteries, 10 kilowatt hours usable, and you've taken the battery. Obviously there's no batteries in the front now, the batteries are just in the back, and they're the newer lithium cells that you've purchased, and it's about 22 kilowatt hours, you'd say?
22 kilowatt hours, and it's only running at about 260 volts. So we mentioned that it's an 80 kilowatt hour drive unit. It's probably a little less than that because I'm running a lower voltage battery. I actually did that on purpose because I thought the drive unit would be too powerful for it anyway with 300 odd volts.
So there is the opportunity to improve the power further on this vehicle if needs be. So you've essentially doubled the battery size, and you've quadrupled, tripled the power on the vehicle as well, and you've made it lighter. Are there any drawbacks to what you've done to this vehicle? I mean, any negatives?
No, definitely not.
And I think you've fitted the. It's obviously got the AC charging on the vehicle, yes. And it's also got the CHAdeMO connection.
Yes, I've kept the CHAdeMO.
Got the CHAdeMO connection just there, which is the original Nissan DC charging, and I believe you changed the springs.
A lot less weight in the front now. So yes, I put standard 1.1 litre. 106 springs on the front instead of the original springs it had because it was way too high.
And what about inside? I mean, have there been many changes? It'd be great to. It's probably a bit of a time warp going back into the 90s here.
There's no difference apart from that screen in the middle.
Oh right, so this is something that you've added. There we go. So we've got state of charge, which is the battery percentage, 82%. The pack amps, the pack volts. High and low cells, nice and close to the cells there. That's really important to have the high and low cells very close together, and it's showing the cell battery there, and the wipers are going. Let's just turn it off. Oh, there we go. See how you've got. There we go. It's like Tesla wipers. Does it have regen on it as well then?
Yeah, it's got regen. Yeah, it's got standard one pedal driving.
One pedal driving?
Yeah, so that's your,
oh wow.
That's
okay.
The state of charge, which same as that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look. Yeah. It's like analog style. Okay. Cool. So just for people who don't know electric vehicles, one pedal driving means that it will come to a complete stop on the accelerator pedal. Now, certain cars don't have that, like Porsche Taycans, because they say they want it to feel like a performance car or a petrol car. As an electric driver, one pedal driving is much better as far as I'm concerned, and I've driven all the different variants. So would you agree, Russ?
Very much, yeah. I love it.
There we go.
Absolutely love it.
There we go.
Doesn't put the brake on when you stop. That's the only thing, because it's.
Okay, yeah, because it's obviously.
I've replaced all the brakes because they were rusty, but
yeah,
it has. You have to put the brakes on when you stop.
Was this the original one here?
No, that's a blank. That is the forward and reverse.
So what was there before then? How did it go forward?
I think. Oh no, that had. I think it was a press button for reverse.
But yeah, look at this interior. Yeah, I mean it's really good.
I don't think the seats are warm.
No, I mean
that's the worst bit there. That's the worst bit.
Oh yeah, I mean that's awful, isn't it? For what was it, 26-year-old car? But look at the interior. That's proper 90s. You've got electric windows as well. Yes, no keep fit windows.
The spec is very high. Yeah, the reason it sticks out like that is because they had a They had a plug that hung down.
Ah, okay.
But this is just a standard Type 2.
Type 2 AC for your at-home 7 kilowatt charging. So being a circa 22 kilowatt hour car, this vehicle would cost, overnight at my house, it's 7 pence per kilowatt. So what's that? 7, 20, 70, so it'd be about £1.50. So £1.50, and what do we think that the range is now on this vehicle, Russ?
Oh, it's got to be at least 100 miles. It's an easy 100 miles. Easy. It's so light.
Hey, you know, from my point of view, if you're doubling the size of the battery, you're three times the power, you're making it lighter. These are all massive ticks. And I think what Russ has done here is amazing. But it's not just this car he's done. You know, he's done the Tesla powered Evora. Like I said, go and check out that video. That thing drives amazingly well. And he's just upgraded the Elise, which I'm sure maybe we'll do a video on that another time. But yeah, that is really impressive what you've done, Russ. A work of art. Looks like we're taking it out. God, it's warm in here. God, that heater. You sure you haven't kept the petrol on in here? How is it possible to have a nice
heater? That.
Yeah.
They fit them on Audis and that, so I suppose it's got to be really.
So we've got German, Japanese, and French technology going here.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's mildly moist, isn't it, today? The sun's out, but we're early November here in UK, Leicestershire. Yeah, it did spin up quite nicely. This is so smooth. Yeah. It makes a lovely noise as well. It sounds better than my Tesla with even with the exhaust sound system.
Yeah, plenty nippy.
Yeah.
I think it tops out at about 80, 85 maximum because of I guess that's down to the voltage. Could be that I've limited the revs as well, so it might be just a parameter in the open inverter ECU settings. Could be that.
So what's the price of conversion then, Russ? It's about 30 grand, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is for sale. Should we? I mean, how to price something like this? I mean, I spoke to ChatGPT, which is generally where a lot of people start these days, but you know, it's only limited in what it can pick up. But it was saying that a 106 electric in roadworthy condition is anything from sort of £5,000 up to £10,000. Now, arguably, like I mentioned before, I mean, how many of those are actually usable? I mean, I don't know what the battery health is like on those NiCad batteries. Have you read any reports or any information on that?
I don't think they're very usable. Once again, I think Ewan's your man for that.
Yeah, I'll maybe put in a call. So they're not.
If people complain about lithium batteries, NiCads are far worse.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
So not recyclable at all then?
You can probably recycle them, but not
A huge cost, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Anybody that wants a car which is super cheap to run, which is unique, which is a bit old school, bit, you know, retro, which also makes a cool sound, this is definitely it, because this sounds amazing. And it definitely goes. You can feel that you're only feathering the throttle here.
That's right, it skips along.
I mean, it doesn't feel heavy at all, does it?
No.
God, it's getting really hot in here again, isn't
I'm
it?
turning the heat down.
This is great on the country roads. The suspension's nice and comfortable.
It's a very soft suspension, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it absorbs everything. Might be of interest to you to see the speedo though. How do I know it does about 80? I'm not quite sure.
Oh, right, yeah,
It only goes up to 70.
Only goes up to 70, right. So you can go off the clock in this car. I mean, the stats, I mean, for a top trumps electric car, you know, it's definitely up there. It's the wild card. Oh yeah, this goes, doesn't it? Wow, road holding's spot on. I mean, it's obviously no sports car, but yeah. Oh, I think I might have to chop in the Tesla. And I know how well these 106s handle because a friend of mine used to have the Mardi Gras edition Alex. It was a 1.5 diesel. I mean, it didn't used to go that well, but my God, can these cars handle really well down the back roads. Brakes pretty good.
That's not brake.
That was just regen. Wow,
Regen,
okay.
That's my foot off the accelerator.
Yeah, so I'm sure the brakes will last. Oh look, an electric Eon 23 plate van. They do exist and they do work in most cases. So going back to the parts, so we're talking a grand for the Leaf motor, say a couple of grand for the batteries,
and all that sort of thing, yeah.
and then it's got the Orion BMS, which is a very capable BMS, and they're worth about 700 quid. So it's probably
that as well.
Oh yeah.
Probably, I mean, I don't know if you want that sort of thing in yours, you know.
Yes, the electric TVR, Tesla powered, soon to be coming. More to come on that soon. So yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's probably about 5k's worth of parts. Yeah. And obviously, you know, the experience that you bring to the party because of your background in electrics, which we covered in the last video, so go and check it out. We're on a dual carriageway now in a 1999 electric 106, and we're off the clock. We're off the clock here. It's got to be worth, I reckon, you need to be putting it up for about 10k, 9 and all the 9s as we used to call it in the motor trade, with, you know, offers open, something like that. So I'll, at the end of the video I'll put on the screen who to contact if you're interested in this, which is probably one of one. Find me another. Find another. I would say we'd do a 0 to 60 test, but I don't think we're getting any grip with this mildly moist going on.
I guess it's probably 8 seconds, maybe quicker.
I reckon it's probably a bit quicker than that.
You think so?
Yeah, if you can get the grip.
Quicker than the original 11 second 0
Oh
to
yeah,
30.
0 to 30. This is literally the beginning. I see this as being a big moment in, can't call it an EV conversion, powertrain swap, no, upgrade, EV motor swap. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to call it, but I think we need a name for it so we can literally put the stamp on that this was the first. Slight spin from the inside wheel there. Right, I'm gonna give it some punch, see as it's nice and dry here. Yeah, that's definitely got
it's got
enough,
a bit,
hasn't
hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got a bit. Point and squirt. It's just easy, isn't it? It's just nice and smooth.
It just drives well, doesn't it?
Yeah, does what it says on the tin. But better than it did in the 1990s.
Oh yeah, very much.
Yeah, the reach end's really good.
It's not bad, is it? You can increase it. I don't know what I've got it set to. I just set it to a general sort of setting.
Yeah.
You see why I wanted to soften the acceleration slightly?
I think it's alright. I think I'll
Yeah,
give
it is. It's controllable.
Yeah. We've hardly even used the battery. Still at 80 odd.
Oh, it is, isn't
We've
it?
literally used not even 1%. This is ridiculous. We've done a couple of miles, haven't we?
Yeah.
Wow. And these batteries, I mean, you could literally hammer the miles.
Left here.
You could hammer the miles on this motor, on the batteries. I would love to see someone use this, you know, every day, rack up the mileage. I mean, we've not really highlighted it, and I'll highlight it when I'm on the video, but it's done 14,800 miles, for goodness sake. It'd be great to see this at car events as well, you know, take it down to London to Brighton EV Rally. I think it would win, probably, I tell you what, it might have a very good chance in the efficiency contests.
Yeah, it's got such little wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, the rolling Resistance must be very low.
I'll tell you what we need. We need Kevin Booker from the YEV podcast. Check it out every Sunday, 8 o'clock, live on YouTube X and also later on Spotify. Kevin Booker, be interesting to see what miles per kilowatt, what range he could get out of it. I reckon he could get 200 miles out of this, easily.
Yeah, I bet you could, because I've hypermiled before in cars, and if you're really careful, it is surprising. It is surprising just how many miles you can eke out.
Don't get too happy with the acceleration on this thing. Now that is an amazing drive. We've just found an original tax disc, 2002 agricultural machine. What? Nil tax? Look at that. Do you reckon that's the last time it was on the road?
Yeah, it must have been when the uni had it then, I'm guessing.
Wow. Wow, that was really loads of fun. Lots and lots of fun in that. It's just a fun little car. And I think that, you know, it really deserves to have a load of miles piled onto it, a lot of fun to be had, road trips, and definitely plenty of car shows, because I think it would intrigue a lot of people, and I hope this video does the same thing. Let's have a look at the history that you've got there, because you've got a massive file over here. And where did this all come from?
It came off. I just found it on the internet doing a fair bit of research.
305 kilogram payload, including driver.
They had a van out as well.
Oh, there was a van version of this. Oh wow, okay. And I think you've got all the diagrams of...
Yeah, I found a French version of the... it's not really the maintenance, I suppose it's a maintenance manual. It basically goes through, you can see, I'll be able to show you where most of the batteries were. There's a battery box at the back. It doesn't really show the batteries on that. I'll go over and find you the batteries.
The original motor.
They're like talking about the motor and the electronics a lot. There's the batteries, I think, and I wrote down some weights there.
So you're going to use the original motor originally?
I was going to try it, yeah, I was just going to be a fun with it.
I'm kind of glad that you didn't, because it makes it makes it a much better car. Look at that.
This is a little article written by a guy called Lee Coe.
So I'm guessing they didn't have two.
There's the happy police.
There they are.
Receiving their free supercar.
Brilliant. So here is the picture of the 106 in the barn. So what's the servicing regime? Is it just check suspension, MOT, and update the screen watch, I'm guessing?
It's MOT, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, we've got here a very, very usable 106 electric, always was electric, that has now been upgraded in battery, in motor, and I tell you what, it is an amazing car to drive. And Russ, thank you so much for not only doing it, because it's literally 1 in a million vehicle, but also the fact that you've turned it into an even better usable car. So it just, you know, goes to show that electric cars can be upgraded, batteries and motor, and live on and on. What do you think of this particular car? But if you're interested in purchasing this electric 106, get in touch. I'll put the details in the description, and it'd be great to find a new owner where we can pile on the miles and just enjoy it, which is what it's all about. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.